Hey investors, let's talk real estate. Okay, so let's talk about how to take advantage of commercial real estate in 2025. But I do want to pause. I want to say to everybody who is experiencing anything with the natural disasters, with the wildfires in California, my heart goes out to you guys. Please make sure that evacuate safe, get out of there. It's not worth staying. Los Angeles is my hometown, so yeah, feel for it. And I just really pray for everybody. Please make it out safe. From my understanding, it's at least 10 people that are already have passed away during to this event. So guys, if you can, just get out, make it safe, and please relocate. So so commercial real estate in 2025 is coming back into a big demand, especially since now a lot of corporations are demanding that people go back into the workspace in 2025. JP Morgan just announced that they are going back to the office 5 days a week, okay? And the reason why is because a lot of companies, especially because of the election and we're in a new term, a lot of companies are now up for leases that are going to be renewed, or they're going to be getting new leases. And it's just because of contracts, company buildings, their leases are going to be either up, and so they're going to renew them, or they're going to go ahead and get to a new lease. And so this is going to expand your portfolio as an investor, okay? So you're going to see where you're going to be jumping from people wanting to come in and get more office spaces, okay? And one is because they're not all 100% occupied, okay? We all know all the Class A, B, C buildings are not occupied at 100% capacity, okay? So right now, people are in the process of doing subleases, doing things where they can obtain the buildings. So it's a way for you to jump on this type of properties, okay? You want to be able to take advantage of it, okay? And you want to be able to take advantage of it in this new clientele that's fluctuating because of, one, the natural disasters that just has happened, especially in California and in Florida, other things that is going around in the economy, and these interest rates, okay? So it's going to be new demographics coming into new cities and new states. And so as a commercial investor, somebody who wants to invest in commercial real estate, this is your time to jump on it, okay? For example, let's talk about Memphis. Favorite spot, okay? So, for example, an annual survey done by site selectors. Memphis has been ranked the top 10 cities for the best place to have a new headquarters, okay? Tennessee overall came in really high, okay? Nashville came in number 4. Memphis came in number 9, which I love because it's the year 9 of completion. We love that. And it also shared the spot with San Diego, California, and Phoenix, Arizona. Okay, so the reason why they are coming into these new cities, these places, especially here in Tennessee, especially here in Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee is booming. You're about to see a big fluctuation of commercial real estate start to come in. But the 3 main reasons why they do this is because it's a workforce, the cost of living, and the state and local tax policies, okay? And Memphis has experienced a huge economic scale, okay? Economic development, okay? So, for instance, Ford Motor Company, Blue Oval City, both Ford and Blue Oval are dealing with electrical vehicle manufacturing. So they're going to need like industrial space, people with their office spaces, things like that. XAI, Elon Musk, ugly ass, he bring in his big ass supercomputer down here to Memphis, and he gonna be working on that out here. So that needs a space, and because he wants Memphis to help take over the world, so that's why he's bringing his shit down here. Okay, FedEx is adding to the family edition a freight division. Okay, they're adding that to their family. St. Jude is building a 3rd tower. Bosque and Ultium. Ultium. I don't even know how this is why I be saying it crazy like that, but it's Ultium. They're building plants, and those plants are going to be battery based, and those batteries that they're building are going to be for electrical vehicles that Ford Motor Company and Blue Oval that are out here going to do. That's all been cleared by the UAW, which is the United Auto Workers, and they're coming down here to do this, okay? Memphis, downtown, buildings and development projects are going on all around the downtown area, from residential to the mixed use, all the way to the commercial properties, to the retail properties, even the healthcare properties, okay? They're even going to go ahead and get speculations of the return of the walk out here, the current status of MLGW. For those who don't know, that's Memphis Light, Gas, and Water. Aon, it's a HVAC manufacturing. So they're coming. They got a bid, okay? So with that being said, all these jobs are increasing the real estate transactions, okay? All this fluctuation of people coming down here, people coming to Memphis, they are wanting to relocate their headquarters out here because Memphis land is a lot cheaper, okay? So that's just one thing. And also, Memphis is a tri-state area. It's number, 2 or 3 in the world for freight traveling through here. It's also industrial. It has a lot of potential, so people like to come down here to Memphis and relocate. So with that being said, it's the jobs, it's the commercial real estate that's going to be starting to get occupied because people are going to need office spaces. And then, of course, you're going to get your residential, but we're going to get into that in a second. So, like I said, what this means for our investors, when it comes to dealing with the commercial real estate, there are going to be specific things that you're going to have to look out for, that you're going to need to deal with, and that you're going to have to understand, but you're going to be successful in doing this with the commercial real estate, okay? So one is industrial leases are expiring. So for the next 2 years, you're going to see increased renewed leases, also new leases, like I said before. These properties or companies are coming in to look at tailored looks. They're looking at specifications and how the work environment. So it's going to be like, is the office space going to go with their corporate morale, with their company morale, okay? So that's what they're looking at. So that's one thing you need to consider. 2, office spaces from classes A, B, C are going to see tenant increase rises from tenant already changes, for instance. Okay, so for here in Memphis, Monogram Foods. It was actually located in the Oak Court building in the mall area. And now they went ahead, they terminated that lease, and they took a 10-year contract with Crosstown. The Crosstown Concourse is really nice, okay? It's really nice over there. And Oak Court is nice, too. It's just they're having to do some demographic rechanges going on, okay? And how they're looking at that mall. But Oak Court, and this is what I'm going to lead into, but Monogram Foods, they just went ahead and went to Crosstowns, okay? So they just took their lease and went over there, and that's because it was built more specifications for their work environment. That's exactly what he said, okay? Now, with Oak Court in the mall, the Macy's that we just talked about in the last video, Josh Powell, I'm sorry if I'm saying your last name wrong, but Josh Powell, okay? He literally bought the Macy's in 2023 for $7 million, okay? And with that being said, he is trying to, well, he's actually good at, from reading and researching upon him, he's a good developer to bring back neighborhoods back to life, okay? Now, if you don't know, well, Macy's, basically why you've been seeing a lot of shutdown with them is they was in a proxy fight. So Macy's been in a proxy fight for a couple years now, and that's just basically a fight amongst the shareholders. So now that they got that under control, they can kind of, start operating a little bit more, back to trying to get back to normal, trying to get back to fluctuation. However, developers are buying up the Macy's areas where they're located, and that is to help them keep their space in that mall. But now here in Memphis, Josh, what he's going to do is kind of pull back some of that area of space, and hopefully he kind of do what I talked about in the other videos, make some residential space living there. But they are going to go ahead and put some more tenants up in there. They're going to redo some things in that mall and actually in that space for Macy's. So that's another thing. And so with that, looking at corporate things that are going to be in there, and it's cleared for about almost 8,000 tenants. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be that's just something you need to look for. But that's just something that people are coming into, and they're looking at office spaces. So all these buildings are going to see tenants increasing because of all this moving and fluctuation in headquarters coming around. Okay. 3, investors. You're going to see insurance you're going to see insurance sectors pull back, okay? And this is a prime example from Florida and California, okay? And it just because certain insurance companies are not going to cover natural disaster insurance anymore. I don't know if that's what that's what it's specifically called, but that's what is in the bubble. They're not going to cover that. Some states are and some states aren't. So since some states are not going to cover some of these natural disasters insurance, they're going to have to trickle into the other states that are. And you have to remember too, these people are not just covering their homes. They're covering their livestock. They're covering their animals. They're covering their horses, their wineries, whatever they're having to manufacture, their cars that they're racing, all types of stuff that's going on. So insurance and where you can and cannot be covered is a big thing, especially if you're dealing with multi-million-dollar investments, anything coming in with the housing, things like that, because you can rebuild and do the housing, but it's the insurance. If it's not there, it's not going to be as easy to go ahead and repair. Now, I know in California they did state that the government is going to go ahead and repair things. That's great. That's cool. But, especially me being in Palisades, I frequent out there in Palisades, they're not going to rebuild those houses the same way. First of all, Palisades is super nice, and those houses are built like in the hills, and like some of them are actually like curved in the hillside. So those houses, and just in general in Hollywood, in the hills in general, they're not going to rebuild those houses the exact same way for the exact same person, the exact same whatever. You have to think about this too. A lot of those people are going to be dislocated because one, they don't have the proper insurance. They don't have insurance. They was dropped. Allstate, Farmers Insured, and State Farm dropped a lot of people right before these disasters, okay? So a lot of people don't have insurance to rebuild that home. You're going to have to wait on Biden and his ass to do whatever and send some stuff over. So I don't know how long that's going to go, but you know what I'm saying? So whatever with that, you don't know when you're going to see that money in that house. A lot of these people, properties, titles are not correct. A lot of these people, titles are not in the system right, or they were just getting processed. A lot of heirs are living on properties that is not 100% titled to them. Taxes, all type of stuff that is just now just opened up because of these bursts of flames, okay? These people are going to be having to be relocated. And also with that, so are the companies. So companies coming down here, so investors also think about that you need to get your houses together as well. You know what I'm saying? These Airbnbs, if you want to do that as well, start looking at in your areas, because people are going to start fluctuating and moving into these areas. And insurance rates, all that is going to play a factor of these people relocating. And the reason why they also going to come to Tennessee in certain places like in the Midwest and in these type of areas is because they already have family here. So a lot of times when they go to these other places like California, I know that was our thing. We already had family from here, from Tennessee, so we was able to go to California, and then we just came back because we have all this farmland and stuff, so whatever. But the thing about it is, you come back because you're going to need help with your family, because those people now don't have a home, so they're going to have to go back to where they came from back to their family. So now they're going to not necessarily want to stay with their family or not have enough room. So investors with these houses, start preparing them for the Airbnb, start preparing them for the rentals. You know what I'm saying? Start getting your houses together for that. But especially with commercial real estate, guys, if you can get guys who have properties that are owning properties, or is able to convert your homes into office spaces, things like that, get that going, because people are going to need a place to work, especially since they're going back to work 5 days a week. Okay. And also with that being said, make sure that you target these corporate housing as well. That's another gem. Just target these corporate houses and make sure you kind of appease for that corporate morale, okay? Now, 4, one thing you need to look at as well is the medical properties are going to increase as well due to the people of expansion, okay? People are coming in and out, so you're going to need more medical treatment facilities, cosmetics, all that good stuff. Like, for instance, here, the VA, they are expanding. They're always continually growing. They're always continually revamping that area and making it. They're keeping that local development area up there. St. Jude out here is getting a third tower. Okay, so they're remodeling and reconstruction. And they're going to have those smaller sites as well, that they're going to have people relocating from one office to another or fluctuating. So that's a double bonus if you can get into that and get in the middle of those transactions. But these commercial real estate properties are going to need to get occupied, and people are going to be needing those medical facilities as well. Okay. 5, even though we're all still waiting to see what happens in February after the month of Donald Trump being in office. We're looking at the interest rates and everything. People are still looking at that. Commercial property is going to still be moving, okay? It's still going to be progressively going. So, guys, just take advantage of that. Get in where you fit in. Get up in there. Get your money. And understand that you are going to learn how to negotiate these contracts, too. Learn how to negotiate your long-term commercial real estate contracts. Understand what your property is going to be labeled as. Are you going to be doing the medical? Are you going to be doing these? Are you going to be in a Class A, B, C building? Things like that. But make sure you get on it, because commercial real estate, people are coming in, especially here in Memphis. All this stuff is going to fluctuate, and these people are going to see a big economic boom. Even Tennessee was even on one of the heat maps for where properties are going to see a nice big boom. Even though everywhere inventory is low in housing, commercial real estate is availability. Just because people have been working from home, stuff been going on, and now we got Florida hurricanes, basically water wiping shit out, and then you got California burning shit up, you know what I'm saying? And then we down here with snow. So, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have this rapture of people fluctuating and moving, but they're moving into these concentrated cities. So make sure you look on the list. Make sure you look on Site Selector and see if you are in the top 10 for the top 10 for the places where people want to relocate headquarters. Even if you're not, just understand that people are still coming in and out. So you need to start providing and getting acquired to these spaces. Okay? All right, guys. So with that being said, that is all for this video. It is your favorite Money Muse. And make sure you like and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this video. Comment below, Commercial Real Estate 2025. Make sure you take advantage of this, okay? Take advantage of this commercial real estate, guys, for real. Get some properties, get on it, get a loan, figure it out. Get away to where you can get with the people to sublease. So even if you buy the lease first and you find somebody else to sublease it behind you, whatever, get it, because I'm telling you, it's going to be a good grab of money, okay? So show some love. Donate to the channel. The link is in the description, guys. Please show me some love. Always remember, your goal is to expand your dollar. Get your money to the bank, guys. Make sure you keep it clean, keep it safe. Never give up on your goals. Invest wisely, guys. Understand that education is profit and power. Building your portfolio is powerful. That's something you should take pride of, and that is your shit. Build it and be powerful with it, okay? Don't be scared to take risks. Always execute. And, of course, happy, happy, happy investing. All right. Love you guys. See you later. Bye.